Practice qualifying is over. Time to get down to business. Heat number 1 will have David Garman and Michael Whiting on the front row, Stephen Lindo and Jonathan Orapollo on the second row, Kevin Martin and Wesley Schreiner on the third row, Michael Scruggs rounding out the field for heat number 1. Lanier, definitely one of the tougher tracks, and a lot of drivers having a love-hate relationship with it, and sometimes that is car dependent too. Garmin already goofing off. And Richie West, if you're still watching, buddy, you've seen this move before. Garmin is messing up while goofing off. No damage though, so good. Oh my goodness. Alright, pace truck is in. Heat number 1. Green flag in the air. David Garman is away. Not goofing off anymore. Michael Whiting on the high side. Big wreck back behind him as Michael Scruggs is in the outside wall. No caution yet, but Kevin Martin is upside down. Caution is now out. Let's see if we can get a look at what happened to Kevin Martin here. Off into turn 1. Oh, Kevin Martin got a little loose and caught the inside rail. Caught a piece of Michael Scruggs as well. Michael Scruggs, heavy damage after the impact to the outside wall. Scruggs on pit road, as is Kevin Martin. This track, notoriously short caution laps. Richie West dropping in the chat to say, yeah, he's seen that Garmin move before. Michael Whiting appears to be having some kind of connection issue tonight. Very unusual, but Michael Scruggs is back up off pit road. Kevin Martin, because he was upside down, had to tow. So he is still on pit road. Pace truck is in. Green flag back in the air. Looks like only 4 cars on track right now as David Garman leaves Stephen Lindo around. Jonathan Orapollo, Wesley Schreiner, and Michael Whiting. Michael Whiting appears, no, he is way, way behind with his blinking. Has apparently caused him some issues with scoring. Single file restart allows Garmin to get to the lead. Kevin Martin trying to roll up off of pit road, and we talked about this in pre-race. There is a very real possibility that when one of these drivers pulls off of pit road in a moment, it could draw a caution. We'll have to wait and see. White flag in the air. No caution for Kevin Martin coming out on pit road. David Garman is going to win heat number 1. Steve Slider Lindo is going to come home second. Jonathan Orapollo is third. Wesley Schreiner is fourth. Michael Whiting is fifth. Michael Scruggs sixth. And Kevin Martin is seventh. All right, heat number 2. Isaac Salas and Michael Crocker on the front row. DJ Kenner, Brian Mansfield on the second row. Jason Holder, Malachi Smith on the third row. Spencer Brown rounding out heat number 2. Crocker has a little bit of an advantage being up on the high side on the restart. We'll see if he can do anything with Isaac here. Plus some very fast guys that a little further back in the field, like DJ Kenner. They could come up here and be spoilers in heat number 2. Brian Mansfield starting in 4th place could be another one that throws a wrench in it. And, of course, Spencer Brown there at the back could come all the way to the front. Hard to tell. Pace truck about to drop off, and Isaac and Michael Crocker will lead them into turn number 1. Pace truck is in. Green flag is back in the air. Heat number 2 is underway, and Salas came up into the side of Crocker. They managed to get straightened out for turn 1, but a very close call right there with the two of them. Meanwhile, the battle behind is DJ Kenner and Brian Mansfield trying to move up. They make it 3 wide in 1 and 2. And Kenner holds the foot to the floor. Oh, he gets a little bit of Mansfield. Mansfield wrecks on the back straightaway. Caution is out. Brian Mansfield just gets turned around, and Jason Holder, Spencer Brown get a piece of it. Looks like they're having to wait for the pace truck to catch up to them. Here comes the pace truck. Carmen drops in the chat to say that pace lap was for me. Nice work, Garmin. Nice work. All right, they are lined up single file for the moment, looking to see if the lights are out on the pace car. Pace truck is in. Green flag back in the air. Heat number 2, and Michael Crocker makes a power move down to the inside for turn 1. Forces DJ Kenner up high. Can't carry the momentum off of turn 2, but made a grand effort and might actually pull some as they're wrecking back behind. Jason Holder ends up upside down. Caution is out. Looked like him and Brian Mansfield might have gotten together. Oh, he was a little bit slow into turn 3, and Brian Mansfield just got into that back quarter panel and got up underneath of him. Pace truck back in. Pace truck driver doesn't know what he's doing. Pace truck driver taking a shortcut through pit road. A lot of pace truck issues we've seen in the last year have been resolved by iRacing, but obviously not this one. Everybody getting sorted out. Jason Holder now showing 2 laps down after that incident. Everybody stacking back up. Pace truck is back in. Green flag back in the air. 2 to go at the line. And DJ Kenner up to the high side trying to make something work. And, oh my goodness, newcomer Malachi Smith was picking up some positions up on the high side. and got into a couple of cars and went backwards. He's now trying to fight back on the inside, but on the final lap, it's going to be Isaac Salas getting the win. DJ Kenner is going to come home second. Crocker is third. Brian Mansfield is fourth. Spencer Brown fifth. Malachi Smith is sixth. Jason Holder is seventh. Heat number 3. Butch Baker and Jim Johnson on the front row. Ryan Nesbitt and Patrick Coluccio on the second row. Dakota Wilson, Brian Burkhart on the third row. Good to see Ryan Nesbitt back in the field. We'll see if he's still got it and can get back to the front quickly. Buddy Arthur Boggs cheering on Isaac Salas here tonight after getting a heat win in heat number 2. And we'll get to watch him and David Garman go at it again here tonight. Pace truck dives off onto pit road. Green flag in the air for heat number 3. Butch Baker on the bottom making that inside line work. He manages to get the room to drift up in front of Jim Johnson. Back behind Ryan Nesbitt, Patrick Coluccio side by side. Butch Baker starting to open up a bit of a lead. Ryan Nesbitt, Patrick Coluccio leaning on each other heavily through 1 and 2 last time. Now Coluccio gets loose coming up off of turn 4. Brian Burkhart is right there. Now Burkhart gets a run on the bottom. You heard Isaac say in pre-race that bottom line will be the fastest way early, but later in the race, everybody's going to be moving up as the track slicks off. Expect to see that in the feature. Butch Baker to the front, as Patrick Coluccio seems to really be struggling with the handling on that car right now. Every time he starts to make his way forward, he seems like he's getting a little bit loose here. And Dakota Wilson hanging on, looking for a way past Coluccio. Up front, Jim Johnson, Ryan Nesbitt still battling for second and third, while Butch Baker starts to open up a bit of a lead, 3/4 of a second. And you can see after just 6 laps, starting to see the track slick off. That'll definitely come into play in the feature. White flag in the air. And through 3 and 4, Butch Baker will win. Who will it be in second? Looks like it'll be Jim Johnson. Ryan Nesbitt comes home third. Burkhart is fourth. Patrick Coluccio is fifth. Dakota Wilson comes home sixth. All right, B main time. Wesley Schreiner and Brian Mansfield on the front row. Brian Burkhart and Michael Whiting on the second row. Spencer Brown, Patrick Coluccio on the third row. Michael Scruggs and Malachi Smith on the fourth row. Dakota Wilson, Kevin Martin, 9th and 10th. And Jason Holder in 11th. Isaac Salas cheering on Butch after they both win their heats. Could make for an interesting battle here, and it does not look like the track reset for this B main. Pace truck will drop off in 3 and 4. $11 cars on track. Actually, Michael Whiting is not taken to the grid, so a 10-car race. Pace truck is in. Green flag back in the air. Wesley Schreiner and Brian Mansfield going to lead them down into turn 1. As you see, the track already is slicked off, and oh my goodness, we've got Schreiner up in the wall. Now Mansfield goes up to the high side. Big wreck in the back of the field. Caution is out, and Brian Burkhart involved. Looks like Burkhart was trying to keep it off of Coluccio, just lost the car and spun right in front of several drivers. Everybody did a great job of recovering. And with 10 cars on the track, you're getting somewhat of an idea of what we will see in the feature tonight once they put 20 cars out here. Brian Mansfield scored in the lead at the time of caution. Patrick Coluccio in second. Wesley Schreiner had a good start. Came up off turn 2, drifted too high, lost some momentum, and drops back into third. Malachi Smith now up to 4th after starting in 8th. He managed to avoid a lot of chaos. Kevin Martin started in 10th and is up to 5th. Pace truck is back in. Single file restart. Green flag in the air. And Mansfield, as there's a problem a little further back. Wesley Schreiner got together with, I believe it was Malachi. A lot of chaos behind him as everybody trying to avoid that. Brian Mansfield, meanwhile, gets a little bit of a lead, brings Coluccio with him. But back behind him, it is side by side. And now 3 wide as Kevin Martin sticks it down to the inside. Kevin Martin now up to 4th. Caution is out. Looks like Brian Burkhart involved this time. Oh, Brian gets up into the wall, and we talked about in the pre-race that little gap there with the tire barrier. Just caught it and went to the... Pace truck driver still taking shortcuts through pit road. I don't think that's legal, but we'll have to have a steward's inquiry. Michael Whiting officially being scored out of the race. Brian Burkhart now 3 laps down after that incident. He had to tow to pit road. As they stack back up for the restart. Coluccio on the inside, Mansfield choosing to restart on the high side. Pace truck drops off. Green flag back in the air. Down the front straightaway into turn 1. Mansfield has a bit of an advantage. Coluccio, though, on the bottom, trying to carry some momentum. Coluccio trying to get up there and take the lead from Mansfield. Kevin Martin's going to try and follow him through. Now Coluccio to the lead. Here comes Kevin Martin back behind him. There's some 3 and 4 wide racing briefly. Everybody sorts himself back out. Brian Mansfield still trying to fight back on the high side. White flag is in the air. Patrick Coluccio has the lead. Will he be able to hold him off? There is caution. There is trouble back behind him as Malachi Smith gets in trouble as they come to the checkered flag. It's going to be Coluccio at the line. Brian Mansfield has scored in second. Kevin Martin third. Jason Holder fourth. Dakota Wilson runs up to fifth. All right. They will have 5 minutes of warm-up here. And we mentioned earlier how tricky this pit road is, as several of the cars coming off pit road the wrong way. Of course, during practice, we saw a couple of guys entering pit road the wrong way, so why not? And let's see. Hey, Patrick, this is Doug. You got me?
Dougie!
Hey, a wild third heat. Are we to expect the same in the feature?
Maybe after I hit Scruggs here. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. It should be. I don't know what the race is gonna turn out like, but I'm hoping to drive up there and just kind of do my thing.
Well, you had a heck of a battle going with Mansfield and Martin. Did you learn anything from that last race?
That I am faster in the middle, and on a restart, you can make the bottom work. Thank you, Steve, for teaching me how to roll the bottom.
All right, man. Good luck. Get that car off the wall. That's probably not a safe place to leave it.
What do you mean? I like watching the battles out of turn 3 and 4. Thanks, Doug.
Good luck, buddy. All right, and we have not talked to Butch Baker tonight. Let's see if we can get a quick word to Butch. Hey, Butch, this is Doug. You got me?
Yeah, Doug, I got you, buddy.
Hey, man. Hey, you had a wild heat as well, but coming out on top, you and Isaac both. What are you kind of expecting from this feature event?
Oh, I think we got a lot more cars tonight. It's got some new guys that are not used to running with all of us yet. So I think it's going to be pretty interesting, I'm just going to try and keep my nose clean and stay to the front so I can stay out of all the mess in the back.
And do you got something for Isaac and David tonight?
I don't know. Isaac's tough. Isaac and I run together all the time, and he's usually ahead of me. And David's tough, too. I just want to be able to hang with both of them and hopefully get on the podium.
All right, man. Well, good luck tonight. You've had some great runs recently. I'm sure it'll continue tonight.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
All right, and that was Butch Baker, and obviously 3 of the fastest guys will be starting up at the front with Garmin's Isaac Solis and Butch Baker. But Patrick Coluccio up there as well, and he obviously learned something from that B main, so things could get very, very interesting here in just a few moments. Now, you got 1 minute left, just enough time to run to the snack bar, hit the share button, hit the little heart button on Facebook, like, follow, and subscribe. We're live on Facebook and Twitch, and you can find us on YouTube and on the Twitter. As I mentioned earlier, watching the chat, a beautiful woman dropped in and said, "Anarchy." I'm kind of, after watching that B main and that last heat, I think she might be right. We could see a little bit of anarchy in this one tonight. Travis Hiller cheering on Isaac as well. Isaac probably has the biggest fan club here tonight. Isaac's sitting on pit road. He has turned about 7 or 8 laps in this warm-up. He is ready to go, saving that car as we come to the end of the warm-up. It is time to go green flag racing from Lanier. Up front, it will be David Garman and Isaac Salas on the second row. Butch Baker and Stephen Lindo. DJ Kenner and Jim Johnson on the third row. Jonathan Orapollo and Michael Crocker on the fourth row. Ryan Nesbitt, Patrick Coluccio, 9th and 10th. 11th is Brian Mansfield. Kevin Martin is starting 12th. 13th is Jason Holder. Dakota Wilson is 14th. Spencer Brown 15th. And Michael Scruggs in 16th. 17th is Malachi Smith. 18th is Wesley Schreiner. "45 laps around Lanier." Garmin out there playing already. Wiggling around, trying to warm his tires. You can't warm your tires on dirt, Garmin. Dakota Wilson saying he's about to wheel this Paw Patrol ride to a solid 13th place finish. We'll have to watch and see that. Good luck to all the drivers on this 3/8 mile dirt track. It slicks off quickly and things will get interesting really, really quick. Pace truck is in. Green flag back in the air for the feature. And Isaac gets the run out of turn. We've got a caution already. Brian Mansfield caught up in it. There's Brian Mansfield in the Burgundy and White. Combs Family Museum just lost it on the front straightaway. So many cars collected, including the Paw Patrol car. I believe it is going to give first place to, as the 28 of Michael Scruggs is still stopped on the bottom in turns 1 and 2. Garmin currently being scored in first, Isaac in second. Justin Salas cheering everybody on. Garmin for the win per Richie West. And Robin Hood's Trash is cheering on the 99 of Patrick Coluccio. Isaac Salas had a great start that time and was starting to get a run up on the high side. David Garman may have his hands full here in a moment with Butch Baker right there with him, and Butch barely had enough time to get up to speed, so he may come into contention. Nobody really picked up any positions except guys that were right behind the incident who managed to sneak by as Brian Mansfield was in the air. We got a prediction that Coluccio has this one in the bag. Let's find out. Green flag back in the air. David Garman gets a single file restart advantage here. But Lindo ducks to the inside of Butch Baker right off the start. Can't stick it though. Garman up front has a little bit of a gap on Isaac Salas as they come through and complete the first green flag lap. A little further back, DJ Kenner, Jim Johnson side by side. Patrick Coluccio still trying to make, and he is caught right behind. Almost had an incident there. Coluccio to the bottom. The 32 up in the wall. DJ Kenner going backwards very quickly. Coluccio gets a nudge on a car in front of him. Caution is out. That was Jonathan Orapollo. And it looks like Coluccio, that was a netcode incident, 100%. They had a few, at least a foot or two between them. As they sort back out and have to wait for the pace truck, who is just falling down on the job tonight. I'm beginning to suspect that the pace truck might actually be being driven by David Garman as well. Just a hunch, given the way the pace truck's driving tonight. Garman in first, Salas in second, Baker third, Stephen Lindo fourth, Jim Johnson currently up to fifth. As they stack back up side by side, pace truck drops in. Green flag is in the air again. And Michael Crocker was making a move on the bottom down there, and David Garman gets caught in the middle between Butch Baker, and he is going backwards. Isaac Salas to the lead. Garman fighting back in the middle, 3 wide off of turn 4. Jim Johnson trying to keep it 3 wide and pick up position. Garman's back by Butch Baker. Sticks the nose in there and makes it go. Jim Johnson fighting his way forward as Butch Baker completely sideways. They're 3 wide coming off of 4. Michael Crocker now to the bottom. Crocker's been trying to work that bottom so far the whole night, and he's making it work. Back up front, Isaac Salas still in the lead. Got a little bit of a gap over David Garman. Butch Baker to third. Now Lindo to fourth. Jim Johnson up to fifth. DJ Kenner battling with him, Michael Crocker for sixth. Ryan Nesbitt now back up in the mix. He is currently in seventh, but with all the chaos going back behind us, we got a car sideways. Malachi Smith wrecking on the front stretch. Caution is out. Good timing for a caution. I was running out of breath. All right. Oh, it looks like Mansfield and Smith just get together. Malachi tries to save it, but Kevin Martin is right there. Nowhere for Martin to go. Malachi ends up getting turned midair. All right, Isaac Salas now has the lead. This will give Garman an opportunity to restart right behind him. And Butch Baker right there with him. And what an impressive restart for Butch and Isaac. They split the difference on Garman and managed to get him back to fifth at one point before he fought back. And the 3 wide battling without a caution was all over the track. That was some great battling out of all the drivers, and kind of crazy. I don't know that we'll see much more 3 wide. Even after just 9 laps, these caution laps are slicking the track off as well, and we're starting to see it really, really start to show. Stacked back up side by side, pace truck back in. Green flag is back in the air. Here they go again. This time Garman has the high side and a little bit of a run up high. Isaac Salas, though, making that bottom really work down by the wall. He manages to slide up in front of Garman. Will Garman do the crossover? Doesn't matter. Patrick Coluccio is on the march. He went 3 wide to pick up several positions on the restart, and he continues to march forward. Ryan Nesbitt, after a long absence on the returning tonight, is already up to 6th. And Lindo gets past Butch Baker. He is now up to 3rd. Garman cannot catch up to Isaac Salas yet. He is still in 2nd. 0.3 of a second gap between them. Both of them running low in the slick right now. And Garman right back to the back bumper. Further back, DJ Kenner, caution is out. I'm not 100% sure what happened here. Let's, Lindo alerted. Seeing if we can see what happened here. Did not see anything that brought the caution out. So I am not 100% sure what that was from. Alright, Isaac Salas has the lead. Garman in 2nd. Lindo in 3rd. Butch Baker is 4th. DJ Kenner now up to 5th. Ryan Nesbitt 6th. Jim Johnson 7th. Jason Holder 8th. Patrick Coluccio is in 9th. And Michael Crocker in 10th. And we've got to talk about Crocker for a moment. Started in 8th, has been as high as 2nd place, now back in 10th, but don't expect to see him back there for long. He has definitely got something for him here tonight, especially if he can get that bottom line going. They're stacked back up side by side. Pace truck is in. Green flag is back in the air. Off into turn 1. Salas has a little bit of an advantage, but Garmin carrying some momentum up. And now the 214, Stephen Lindo slips up into 2nd. Salas fighting back on the high side, and Butch Baker right there with him trying to get into this. Garmin managing to get a run, starting to get away just a little bit. Salas and Lindo continue to battle. It is 2 wide all over the track, 3 wide in some places. Patrick Coluccio back into 10th. Michael Crocker picked up 9th. Now he picks up 8th. Jason Holder working his way up into 7th. Ryan Nesbitt currently running in 6th. And Lindo still battling for 2nd place underneath Isaac right now. These guys not giving an inch, and is giving Garmin an opportunity to open up a bit of a lead, but Salas may clear him here. Lindo still trying to fight on the bottom, but Salas has the advantage coming off of turn 4. He may be able to finally clear him. Caution is out. Looks like Malachi Smith involved. We've got a car off the wall, caught the back end of Malachi, and several cars up into that gap we talked about, including the one car on the wall. And looks like one with a blown engine. Looks like Spencer Brown was caught in that. Malachi was caught in that. Everybody stopped trying to sort out and let the pace car catch back up. Spencer Brown caught a piece of that as well. He is way torn up. Obviously, Dakota Wilson caught a piece of that. Richie, I have to agree with you, buddy. I am catching my breath under caution. All right, they are stacked back up side by side, and pace truck is in. Here we go again. Green flag back in the air, and Malachi gets a bad start. Butch Baker to the high side, looking for the position. Isaac manages to hold on to 2nd place. Lindo back there. Caution is out. And Coluccio involved. Kevin Martin and Coluccio just get together on the restart. Looked like a lot of cars stacked up after Isaac got the bad start, and that was the end result. Isaac all of a sudden having no, that was not Isaac back there having a connection issue. I'm not sure. That is the 214. That is Patrick Coluccio. Nope. That is Lindo. Excuse me. Stephen Lindo having a bit of a connection issue right now. All right, everybody take a deep breath. Looks like lights are out on the pace truck. Dakota Wilson hereby retires from dirt racing. Hopefully that only lasts till Monday. Pace truck is in. Green flag is in the air. Single file restart gives David Garmin an advantage here. He takes it through the slick. But Butch Baker is really sending it. And on the high side, Lindo back up into 4th. DJ Kenner trying to make something happen. He is in 5th. Several top contenders either on pit road or out of the race. Dakota Wilson, Malachi Smith, and Patrick Coluccio, although I believe Coluccio is getting back out on track. Lindo trying to make something happen now on the high side. And Jim Johnson way up on the high side as the middle of the track is slicking off. They're looking 3 wide off of turn 4. Michael Crocker starting to gain ground again. He is back to 8th. And Ryan Nesbitt holding on to 7th, at least for the moment. Looks like everybody settled down for just a second. This won't last. And Garmin now has a challenge from Isaac Salas on the bottom. Isaac down to the bottom through 3 and 4. Garmin has the momentum advantage on the high side. They are still side by side, but Garmin has the advantage again. Isaac Salas not giving up, but Isaac has disappeared. Hopefully his connection resolves itself. Butch Baker now being scored in second place. And Isaac Salas just reappeared in first. Not sure about that one. Butch Baker, though, currently being scored in second with Garmy in the lead, 1.3 seconds ahead. Isaac Salas just keeps reappearing at random places. Butch Baker in second, trying to find some way. Kevin Martin crashed. Caution is out. Kevin Martin, Brian Mansfield battling into... Oh, it looks like Brian Mansfield just caught the rear bumper ever so lightly and turned him around. Kevin Martin now to pit road. Garmin in the lead. Butch Baker in second. Lindo is in third. DJ Kenner fourth. Jim Johnson fifth. Ryan Nesbitt sixth. Michael Crocker now up to seventh. Wesley Schreiner being waved by, getting his lap back. The 95 and the 99 of Coluccio also getting waved around. They'll get their laps back. Garmin and Butch Baker will restart up at the front. 1 to go. They will stack side by side. Garmin taking the high line. Pace truck is in. Green flag back in the air. 17 laps to go. Butch Baker gets a great restart on the bottom. And is going to assume the lead. Now Garmin under attack by Steven Slider Lindo for second. Lindo comes into tonight fifth in points. Getting around Garmin here would be huge. Butch Baker comes in fourth in points. He could definitely use a win here tonight, but Garmin right back to the back bumper, and Lindo is coming, and DJ Kenner is on the move. As is Ryan Nesbitt, who's now up to fifth. Garmin gets around Butch Baker for the lead. Went to the low line through 1 and 2, just sends it through there, sticks it, and takes the lead now. Butch Baker back to second. Steven Lindo now back into third, but he is having DJ Kenner up on the high side battling. Kenner not getting the run he is expecting up there. Ryan Nesbitt on the bottom going for, 3 wide off the turn. Ryan Nesbitt having to hold Jason Holder off from behind while trying to get around DJ Kenner. Garmin still up in the lead, starting to open up a bit of a gap. Butch Baker in second. Stephen Lindo is third. DJ Kenner fourth. Jason Holder is making his way forward. He is battling with Ryan Nesbitt for fifth now. Jim Johnson back in seventh. Brian Mansfield eighth. Michael Scruggs is ninth. Kevin Martin currently back up to 10th after getting spun on the last, or bringing the last caution. Or Apollo is 11th. Crocker is 12th. Coluccio 13th. Wesley Schreiner is 14th. Spencer Brown is 15th. Isaac Salas back on track but being scored in 16th. 2 laps down. No, excuse me, 1 lap down. Had a car just yeet itself into pit road. I believe that was Michael Crocker. Could be wrong. Let's see. No, Spencer Brown was the one that heated himself onto pit road. Caution is out. Patrick Coluccio again. Coluccio had high hopes coming into tonight, not going the way he thought it would. As he's trying to get past several cars at once, just taps the car to the outside and spins it. All right, now we're going to have to watch closely because Isaac Salas should get I believe he's 1 lap down, and he should get his lap back here. Now, can he come through the field, get up here, and do something with Butch Baker or David Garmin? Now you got Lindo and Jason Holder, DJ Kenner all up in the mix. Lights are out on the pace truck. Single file restart this time. Oh, maybe not. No, lights are back on. Now they'll get the 1 to go. We'll see if they do stay with a single file restart here. It looks like they are. As the 5 car of Isaac Salas is going around the high side, he is going to get his lap back. But with just a handful of laps left, will he have enough time to charge back to the front and do something with Butch Baker and David Garmin? Especially with this track as slicked off as it is at this point, he's going to have a very difficult run to the front. Nathan Voss calling Patrick Yellow Flag Coluccio. Alright. That's a good one. Now they get the 1 to go after extending an extra lap. Everybody restarting at the high side so nobody can get around them on the restart easily. Pace car in. Green flag back in the air. Garmin is down and away. Isaac Salas back in 13th place right now. As the 27 of Michael Crocker looking to the bottom, Salas doesn't have any momentum yet. Now he's looking under Patrick Coluccio. Up front, though, Garmin in the lead, but DJ Kenner Looks like Stephen Lindo might be having some connection issues as well. DJ Kenner currently scored in second, Lindo in and out. But Ryan Nesbitt right there with him. White flag is in the air for David Garman, but who's going to come home second? It's anybody's race right now. And what just happened? I have no earthly idea what just happened, but Garmin was practically stopped in 3 and 4. I don't know if he just got the checker or lap early. We'll have to ask him what happened there, because Garmin went from first to fifth. According to scoring, David Garman finished in 5th place. DJ Kenner won. Ryan Nesbitt finished 2nd. Jason Holder finished 3rd. Jim Johnson comes home 4th, and David Garman finishes 5th. I'm not sure what happened, but DJ Kenner is your winner. I didn't even mean for that to rhyme. Let's see if we can get a word with Garmin before we talk to the winners. David, this is Doug. You got me?
Yeah, Doug.
What happened on that last lap?
Failed to realize it was one more fucking turn to go, and I thought I'd won it.
Whoops.
Lifted, just coached, and then it just never clicked.
Ah, okay. So it wasn't. We saw Lindo blinking and things like that, so we weren't sure if it was something related to that or just a mistake there. But still, top 5 finish.
Nope.
You still will get some points tonight. So congratulations.
Yeah, no, just lesson learned. Don't fucking stop running, I guess. No, it was a fun race. It was fun battling with everybody up front. Yeah, I brought that one on myself, so I'm gonna laugh about that one later.
All right, man.
We'll see you.
And apologize for the language if any youngins were watching. Okay. Let's see if we can talk to Jim Johnson. Hey, buddy, he came home in 4th tonight, and what a wild 4th place it was.
Yeah, Steve disconnected across the line, and Garmin decided to let off thinking he was done. He pulled a Mark Martin. He had 1 lap to go and he let off, so I'll take a 4th. Consider having on a late model in months. It was a little wild out there.
Yeah, it was a little bit wild, but you managed to come through back and forth all night. That was still a heck of a run.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. I just figured I'd hop in and let you know what happened, so you weren't curious on it.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
Congratulations, DJ. Well-deserved race. It was fun racing with him the whole race. So,
All right,
how's it
man.
going, man? Thanks for what you do, dude.
My pleasure. All right, let's see if we can talk to Jason Holder, who came home in 3rd. Hey, Jason, this is Doug. You got me? Jason, this is Doug in the booth. You got me? Well, we'll see if we can get Jason again here in a minute, but let's see if we can talk to DJ. Hey, DJ, this is Doug. You got me?
Yeah, Doug, I got you.
Hey, it's been a while. There's been some close calls, but you finally got a victory tonight. Congratulations.
Yeah, it was a strange one.
Strange is probably the understatement of the year for that battle, but you came out on top.
Yeah, I had a good run. I was staying up near the front. I didn't get caught up in any crashes, which is unusual lately, but it worked out well. It's kind of strange. Dave had a brain fart for a minute, and I don't know what happened there. But it was a fun race.
Well, congratulations. I know there's been a few races recently. You've been right up there just on the edge of getting the win. So much deserved win tonight, bud.
Yeah, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate what you do for us here in the league. The broadcast you do is great. I really appreciate what you do, what the guys in this league do. They really make it fun.
All right, man. Well, thank you and congratulations.
Thanks. Take care. Have a good night.
All right, let's see if we can get a hold of Jason Holder one more time. Hey, Jason, this is Doug. You got me?
Yeah, I got you now. You got me?
Yeah, I got you. Well, let's just. That was a wild one.
Man, that was a crazy race, but it was fun though.
Yeah, it looked like it was fun and probably a few moments of sheer terror in there. But you started in 13th and made your way up to third place, so nothing to complain about. But what a run through the field!
Yeah, so I started out and the top was just working really well for me. So I could pretty much go anywhere on the top. And then when the track started to slick off, the car was really good in the center. And I just kept picking people off. And it was definitely a little sketchy there in a couple of different times. But yeah, I'm pretty excited.
I can imagine. You managed to avoid a lot of chaos tonight, that is for sure.
Yeah, for sure. It was, and then I'm not sure what was going on there the last couple of laps because I was like I went from like sixth to second or third in like a lap, so it was pretty wild.
Steven Lindo blinked out, and then Garmin thought he was done a lap early.
Yeah, that's got to be depressing.
I don't think Garmin minded too much. He was laughing about it, so.
But yeah, it's really great racing with these guys. I have a blast racing with these guys. Everybody runs pretty clean, and thanks for everything that you do. You put on an awesome broadcast.
Oh, well, thank you, man, and congratulations on one heck of a run tonight.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, I don't know what to say to finish that one up, to be perfectly honest. That was one of the craziest finishes we've seen. Obviously, a bit of strangeness throughout the race. I will tell you, Isaac Salas managed to recover to 9th place. And Steven Lindo scored in 15th after blinking out in the last couple laps. So a bit of a heartbreak for two of the fastest cars out there. But still, one heck of a race out of everybody. And I really wish, let me double check, because I was looking for Ryan Nesbitt, did not see him available. Wanted to get a word with him. But congratulations to Ryan Nesbitt on a second place finish. Great race out of everybody. Congratulations to all the winners tonight, both the heat and the cup race, and obviously DJ Kenner. Much deserved win. Thank you guys for tuning in to what was definitely an interesting night. Don't forget to go check out Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. All the links are on htsai.net. And don't forget, if you can, please donate to the MS race for this Saturday. And hey, if you got some time, drop in Saturday morning. Cheer me on. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys had as much fun as we did. Have a great night.